Hey guys, I'm redoing this because I was recording upside down because I'm really smart. But today I wanted to bring you a video on giraffes, and not only giraffes, but it's going to have a short giraffe tutorial, but also how to get them looking clean, because you can do a giraffe smooth and it not look clean. I feel like no hate, but can't flip for ship maybe his older videos has a good example of this, where there's a big speed change right after you grab that giraffe. Like in the scissor position, it speeds up really fast, or it's noticeable that you caught it, basically. And me personally, I like it where it looks like it floats in front of my fingers while I'm doing this, and then it just goes into a chaplain somehow. I think that looks let me cage him up for you guys. I think that looks really clean, and I don't get them like that all the time, but when I do, it feels pretty nice. So, starting off with like my little kind of rushed draft, like not rushed, but it's going to be a very basic overview. Like, I'm not going to explain it that deep because there's already tutorials that do that. What it is you're going to want to throw the belly up holding the bite handle. Throw it up. You're going to want to catch it into that scissor position, but don't actually hold it. You're going to want to maybe hold it for like a second at start and get that motion, and then you go into a ring finger chaplain, an index chaplain, a thumb chaplain, whatever you really want to do to get out of it works. I like index and thumb because they're a lot easier to get out of with like tech and stuff compared to ring finger. Ow, that still hurts. The bite indicator kind of just slapped me. It's fine. So, yeah, you carry through with like a middle finger rollover. And then go into one of your various chaplains. I recommend index chaplains to start because they're easiest to get down, probably. Like, that was an example of a not great draft. That also wasn't a great draft. I'll put like a normal and slow-mo of a good giraffe. Here, let me try to hit one right now so I don't have to do extra work. Nope, okay. That caught my sleeve. But yeah. So now what do I mean by smoothing it out? Because you're probably, when you start, are going to have something that looks, like, let me see. That was bad. You're going to have, dude, hello? You're going to have, like, noticeable speed changes. It doesn't help that I'm not looking at the belly. Like that, it might catch, or, you're going to use a lot of arm movement, but eventually you want to be able to just, like, make it float, basically. And I feel it's not bad, by the way. I wanted to talk about the way some people are doing it, which they speed up a lot after they catch it, or they slow down, which it's not exactly wrong, but it looks like that, and I don't feel like that's the cleanest. I like it being one constant direction, or one constant speed, almost identical to the aerial that you're throwing. So the aerial that you throw is going to be the speed that it goes around your middle finger, and then it can obviously slow down in the chaplain. But if you throw a really fast aerial, you're going to want to be able to throw it around your middle finger really fast. As if it's a little slower like that, you can compensate, but you don't want to throw a nice gentle one and then go into it really fast, because that doesn't look clean either. Step one is just making sure literally everything is seamless. So that means when you catch your scissor, it's automatically going into that middle finger roll, and then that middle finger roll is obviously automatically going to go into one of your chaplains. So even if you do have that like speed change in the air, it's going to look clean regardless. And the next thing you want to do is make sure that you don't have a speed change in the giraffe itself. So like it catches something and you have to use more force with your fingers to like push it up like that. You want to make sure that the giraffe itself is all roughly the same speed. And this is another part of it being seamless, because otherwise it kind of looks sloppy, in my opinion. A great way to start working on this is, this kind of sounds weird, is to catch just with these two. And don't have like these out, because I used to, like, for some reason, catch it with my fingers out, and they got in the way. So catch, and then only put in your ring finger when you need it, and you shouldn't need your pinky. Obviously, it's gonna stick out with your ring finger if you don't have like this, like the strongest pinkies ever, which a lot of people don't. You're not gonna have the strongest, pinkies to be doing stuff with, but you can try to keep it down. It's not gonna change speed that much, but this is also the way where you get to start working with the momentum. And also, not for some reason, a great way to practice this is aerial to chaplain. If you work on getting that first rotation out of an aerial to chaplain, like looking seamless from the aerial, which I still kind of struggle with. My aerials to chaplains aren't the best. Then you can get your giraffes to kind of carry the momentum of the aerial. And people have set speeds for the giraffes, so obviously you can speed up your aerial if you need to. And all that is just the force that you use in your wrist while you're throwing it. So if you're throwing it really fast, then you're going to obviously want to basically speed through the steps of the giraffe. But if you're throwing a nice floaty, light aerial, you could do something like that with it looking clean. Let me try to get a nice floaty giraffe. That sucked. It keeps on, whenever I try to do it slow, it gets stuck on my fingers. That looked semi-decent. Not really, probably. Again, it is going to be easier at whatever pace you're used to. So I'm used to, I would say about medium. You know, I flip not really fast or really slow. I flip about at a normal pace where my giraffes and my Ariel's about the same as my giraffe. And I try to use minimal index finger when I catch it. It's almost like I just check that the belly is there with my index finger and I can go into the roll. I'm like, balance. Basically, I use this to balance. I have it on there for such a short time. It's on and then it's off almost immediately. You can do this. It just is easier for it to get caught. So if you watch either the slow-mo, I try to not have my index finger on there very long. My iPhone storage ran out of space, sorry. I don't remember what I was going to say. I'm going to try to wrap this up fast. But I think that's all the steps I was going to go over. Exiting giraffes, I find, is the hardest part of the whole giraffe. Maybe it's just because I'm a baby, but I like to either go from like an index rule you grab with these and you whip it over, which I can teach if you guys want me to. It's pretty easy to understand. You could always go into a thumb roll and then into some type of tech, or like a thumb chaplain. Or from the ring chaplain, I like to throw a cherry picker like that. I think that's everything that's going to go over. So, bye-bye.